you know, by playing in NFL for 17 years, being able to pound your chest every time you walk out on the field and you have thousands and millions of people following you and watching you go out into battle as a gladiator. And you're getting the, you know, the big six-figure checks and the hundreds of millions of dollars that you're making, and you're out there and you're in that moment. People know you, you're recognized in the streets and the different deals, and you know, things are going well. In my rookie year, I remember, you know, getting drafted in the 4th round. And I think I started out averaging 12 yards, 6, 7 yards a carry the first 2 weeks in the NFL, off to, you know, rookie of the year, leading the NFL in rushing. And I broke my ankle against the Atlanta Falcons. Had to get surgery, pins and screws in my ankle. I tore the deltoid ligament. And just that moment right there, me being wheeled off the field and watching the game continue to go on. And, you know, week in and week out, trying to rehab and trying to come back. That was so much of a challenge, because your whole life as that young kid in the backyard playing football, dreaming to play in the National Football League, and finally having that stage for 2 weeks and tearing it up, and it's taken from you. And you hear the media and different people are talking about you, saying, hey, who are you as a person? And challenging your character, challenging who you are. And that's when, at the time when I was like, having my faith was being tested. And I knew that I've been raised in the church and knew that I had to be more committed to my faith. Those are setbacks. And that setback set me back, because I never came back to be that great running back again. Never came back to be that guy who's going to carry the ball 20, 30 times a game anymore. The ankle. I wanted to be that guy that when you turn on the news, or when you watch ESPN, or you open a newspaper, all the years that I played professional sports, I was that guy. And to play a fullback, go to be, you know, put to the fullback position, it's a nameless face, and you're just a fullback, you're blocking, you don't get the front page, you don't get those things. So that was a big challenge to me, but it was a humbling challenge for me, and I grew through that. And on the way, you know, you start accomplishing things because you set your mind and you start believing in yourself, and you say, no matter what, a setback is nothing but a setup for a comeback. And through my beliefs and my background, and, you know, knowing that I had a higher power that I could depend on through this adversity, through this setback that year, being out, and to know that I could, you know, depend on good people, and know that I could depend on my higher power, which is God, and my family, because you don't know if you're coming back. But the proudest moment is after the journey, after now, 17 years after playing in the NFL, you look back and you go, wow. You know, you make the all-decade team, and every position had more than at least 2 players. The only position that had only 1 player on the all-decade team was the fullback position. So I'm pounding my chest about that. Football was what I did. It's not who I am. Faith now, to me, where is it? How is it in my day-to-day walk now? Now my faith is tried daily, because no matter what you have financially, you know, things that you have accumulated, the wealth and things that you have, sometimes God puts you in a position to say, I'm going to try your faith today. I'm going to see if you are the people are you the person that you claim to be. I'm going to test and see your faith. And so sometimes he allows things to happen. The Bible says God reigns on the just as well as the unjust. And I have two twin beautiful daughters, and one of them suffered seizures. And now, you know, she's been speech delayed and different things that has put a hamper on our family. And my faith is tried daily when, you know, you pick up the phone or you're at work and you're doing things and you say, hey, our daughter just had a seizure. You know, you're at school and you have to come, you know, drop what you're doing to go check on her. You know, it's the blind faith that when she's walking up the stairs that, you know, that you have to be behind her because she might fall and, you know, and hurt herself very bad. So my faith is challenged every day because I'm challenging myself and I'm challenging my family as a man that's of the house to say, I believe that this is temporary. Earlier I talked about a setback is nothing but a setup for a comeback. I believe that my faith is being tried because I believe that my daughter will be healed. And today that is the struggle that we have. But that's the struggle that, you know what? It's okay. I'm willing to, because I'm going to continue to believe. I'm going to continue to have faith. I'm being tried. But you know what? Our daughter, she is getting better. I see that the faith and the prayers that's been going forth for her, that she's going to get better. And she will get better because I believe. I will never, ever stop believing that she won't get better. And you know what? Even if she doesn't get better, I'm never going to stop believing that she can. Because I believe in the higher power. I believe that we all have our own struggles. And I believe that my daughter will be healed. So my faith is tried daily with my family. Faith means to me is hope. Faith is to me is something that you necessarily don't know, but you just have that hope and you have that faith and that belief that it's going to happen. And so I think when you have faith, and when is your faith tried? It's a lot of individuals, they have faith, but when is their faith tried, and how do they overcome, or how do they really believe in faith? Because a lot of people say, oh, I believe, I have faith, and then they say I have hope. But then what happens when you lose a loved one, when you're praying and your faith is being tried? What happens when you're up against the wall, when your bills are due, and your light bills are going, your light bills due, and kids need food, you need these, you don't have enough disposable income to get through. Where's your faith? Those are the times when I knew that I had faith. Those are the times when they're trying times, because it's easy. It's easy to have faith when everything's going right. Everything's going great. It's easy to have faith. What about in the tough times? So with your faith, you're going to be tried. You're going to be tested. You have faith. But they said, when do you start believing? When actually you have to go through some different trials and tribulations. And I believe that faith is in everyone. And I think that everyone just has to believe in themselves, believe in a higher power, because I believe that God is simply amazing.